Hey friends and family, welcome to the farm. Wanted to do a quick video tonight and kind of tell you about a couple things we have going on and a couple things I'm working on. For starters, if you're new here, thanks for watching. If you've been here before, thanks. And you might notice there's a new name. Still going to be the same content, but I've started a Facebook group and I just wanted something more people might notice. And I kind of got this idea from a friend of mine down in Kentucky, and his name's Jason and runs Kentucky Sustainable Living. And I got to talking to him, and I've been able to join their group, and they get together and do trainings and do different things. And I thought it was pretty neat, and I started talking to him, and I basically said, somebody needs to do this in Indiana. I should start this, and I didn't start it, and Jason was on a channel talking, and I was in the chat, and he mentioned that I was going to do this and kind of pushed me and kind of called me out and made me get going. So if you haven't seen it, Indiana Sustainable Living on Facebook, and then of course on YouTube. Really it'll just be about our farm, and obviously our farm's new to us. It's there's a lot of things we need to develop on this farm, and it'll just follow us. But the other thing I love to do is go and visit other farms. I love to visit other farms, see how they do it, learn, and that kind of feeds into something another friend of mine, Chase, had over in his Facebook group, Chase and Dreams Homestead. He's on YouTube and Facebook. He did a video about, what is a homesteader? And I kind of sent him a little message before he ever posted it, because one thing after you get to know people, I had a feeling me and Chase would be right in line with, what we believe. And honestly, I could have put a video out before his came out, and I would have basically said the same thing that Chase said. I believe homesteading is a mindset, and it's just you wanting to do something. Doesn't matter if you're in an apartment, I think he mentioned container gardening. It doesn't matter if you're on an acre. Chase is on, I think, a little over an acre, and the amount of food he grows for his family, it's staggering. If you guys watch his videos, you see how much food production they get done. So I think, it's just a mindset. It's how you feel. It's what you want to do. And anybody can do it. I think that's the biggest thing. Since I started the Facebook group, one thing I noticed is a lot of people, and I do the same thing. Like, I always talk about what I'm going to do, and wait for this to happen or that to happen. We're in between farms right now. We have 2 chickens. That's all the animals we have right now, because we plan on spending a lot of time on this property and going back and forth right now. It's just, when we had 100 rabbits and turkeys and chickens and everything else, it's hard to find somebody to take care of all those animals while you're gone, especially when you want to be gone extended periods of time. So honestly, we're really, when you say homesteader, we're planting and planting. We're planting fruit trees, we're planting berry plants. We got bone sauce from Billy at Permapastures Farm. When I first planted, everything I planted the first year here, without that, I couldn't grow anything. I knew I wanted to get this stuff started because it takes time, but we couldn't grow anything. But with that bone sauce, I put it out, and it's protected our plants. I've been able to get the blueberries going, blackberries, raspberries. I think we got 6 or 7 fruit trees in. So we got figs in, we got elderberry plants in. So we've been able to get a lot started to get growing before we get here. That's all stuff that takes time, so we tried to get that in first. But I plan on having a lot of animals. There's multiple things we will have, and maybe that's what homesteading is to you. But I guess the point is kind of, what Chase already said, and homesteading's a mindset, and to me it's a skill set too. I love adding skills. Like, I've taken a blacksmithing class from Dakota in Chase's group. I've never got back to take a second one, but I still want to. I don't have the stuff to do it, but it was just learning a skill. I just can't. I mean, to me, that's part of homesteading. I want to learn as many skills as I can that will carry on. So, I guess to sum it up, it's my opinion on homesteading is not much different than his. I mean, it's just something you believe, it's something you want to do, it's something you do to maybe be more sustainable. And that's kind of the point of, what I want to do and what we want to do as a family here. I mean, we do have the benefit of this is a large farm. I think we will be able to stockpile enough pasture. We'll still have to buy hay, but I mean, we will be very sustainable once everything's set up and running. That'll take a lot of time though, and that leads kind of into something that some people have mentioned on Facebook, and that's, well, how sustainable are you? What are you doing? And we don't have this or we don't have that. And I think the key is, it's not what you can't do, just do what you can do. It's just like homesteading, it's a mindset. Grow your plants on your patio, grow them in your containers. Just do anything you can to take control of something in your life that you rely on the system for. It's really that simple. Everything you can do to make yourself more sustainable, it's going to help you. So I guess, to sum it up, we have a lot of plans on this new farm, and I just, we're just going to document it as we go. And I hope to do some more interviews with other people. There's some people I've already met that I would like to go back to and just show their farms and how sustainable they are. And I know Chase and Tad from Gypsy Rain mentioned, community, and I think that's all new to me. I mean, I've talked to Chase and he's mentioned it, how he tries to get people to, get out of their shell and do that. And I mean, that's something that's very new to me. I mean, I'm a private person. I mean, I've never really talked to many people about any of these aspects. But since I put it out there, it's been amazing how many people I've been able to meet and how many, great friendships have started. Because once you get out there, you realize there's a lot more like-minded people out there than you think, which kind of brings me to another thing that I want to be part of the new group, and that's the crossover from prepping. It's funny because I'm in a few prepping groups on Facebook and kind of told them about this new group, and some of them have joined. And the crossover from prepping to homesteading, to me, I just don't see a lot of difference. I mean, to me, the homestead is the ultimate prep. You're building that stuff, the sustaining things in your life, and that's just the ultimate prep. I mean, no matter how much food you put in buckets or stock on your shelves, cans of whatever it is, I mean, having a system that if you can stockpile pasture, I mean, maybe you have to buy some hay, maybe you buy some grain for whatever you're feeding, you're still much more sustainable than anything else. And to me, that's the ultimate prep. I mean, just being able to produce stuff on your own without the system, at some point, I think Jason mentions this pretty often from Kentucky Sustainable Living. He mentions, it doesn't matter how much food you stock, how much food you put in buckets. As soon as you open that, you're on a timer. At some point, you're going to run out of food in buckets. But building a homestead, you build a system. So I see a lot of crossover in that. And one thing I've really like about that I've been learning from the Kentucky group is they get together and have trainings, which I just, I think's great. I'm actually going to go down and help them process a pig tomorrow. So I will try to get a little bit of video and, maybe get Jason and Shelly from Two Old Crows Homestead will be there. Maybe get them if we have time. One thing you find out when you go to film these videos, I actually joked with Jason tonight. He said something about filming some stuff, and Jason was going to film when he went over to Shelly's. I'm not sure which channel posted it, whether it was Shelly or Jason, but he planned on filming when they were going over to process this pig, and I think the video was about 2 minutes, because sometimes once you get to work, it's hard to film. But I plan on trying to get a little bit of that on camera, and they're doing some medical trainings. They do quite a bit, and that's something that we definitely, Chase has already got meetups going on. Amber's got a meetup coming up in January. So I just want to kind of bring all that together and keep building off what's already going on. But I definitely like the trainings, and you'll probably see a little bit of prepping type stuff on the channel with some of the people I'm hopefully able to talk to. And feel free to leave a comment if you're local and there's something you're interested in. I know like ham radio is something that the group in Kentucky's Jason's done a video on, and that's something I plan on learning how to do. Maybe if there's other interests, we can get enough people interested, we can have somebody come up and kind of give us a little class. So if it's anything you're interested in, leave a comment, shoot me a message. I appreciate everybody watching, and honestly I appreciate kind of the push to get this going, and Jason pushing me to get it going. And I mean, honestly, I never would have done any of this if Chase didn't get me started from the beginning. So I appreciate those guys, and all the people I've met. It's been kind of amazing. So with that, I will sign off, but if you have any questions, shoot me a message or leave a comment on the video. And you can check me out on Facebook. We got the group started, and hopefully some people can come to the meetups. The spring meetup, we have a lot of great speakers coming, so that would definitely be worth your time. So hopefully I'll be able to meet a lot of people. And if you have a small farm or a small business that you would like, to talk about, I love checking out places like that, and I've checked out a lot of farms, and I always learn something. And to me, that's another thing when it comes to homesteading. That's kind of what it's all about, to keep learning. So I appreciate you guys watching. Like and subscribe if you're interested, and we'll have some more videos coming soon. Thanks, everybody.